Welcome back, everyone, to the best comics you probably have heard of, part 434. Let's save who we can, with Alien Bloodlines by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Salvador Larroca. Alien Bloodlines stars Gabriel Cruz, a decorated employee of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation who barely survived an encounter with the Xenomorph some 20 years ago. Now he's retiring and he wants to use the time to reconnect with his son Danny and tell him the truth about what happened to him and his dead brother. Unfortunately, his words fall on deaf ears due to the fact that Danny has joined an anti-corporation extremist group and only agreed to meet with him in order to steal access codes to the place where it all began, Epsilon Station. But shortly upon arrival, they learn exactly why this place was top secret. It's been used as a lab to experiment on xenomorphs, and unfortunately for everyone, they unleash them all into the station. Now Gabriel's been called back to the station in order to not only save his son, but salvage what's left of their work. Alien Bloodlines is a harrowing story about redemption and how the generation that follows has affected the destructive fragments of their mistakes. Gabriel spends the entire story trying to save the son he ultimately failed. Regardless of the circumstances, that's a kill he's carried for a long time, wishing he can go back and be a better father. One that could have saved his older son Lucas, one that could have helped his other son through it, one that led with more kindness and understanding. And while he can do nothing to change the past, he can at least do everything he can to make sure his son has a future. But that future was already tainted and even possibly destroyed by the reckless actions of the generation before, who prioritized greed and ambition over protecting the people who need it the most. As a result, the next generation, understandably, carries the resentment of inheriting a dying world, which leads to rash action and recklessness, and from that recklessness comes disaster. Thus, the only thing people like Gabriel can really do is his best to make up for the mistakes he played a part in, and try to stop the next generation from doing the same. Alien Bloodlines is another excellent entry in the Alien franchise and is well worth your time. I highly recommend.